Hi, welcome to another edition of That Lousy Critic. I'm Elliot Pastino, and I'm That Lousy Critic. So I was watching this piece of shit called Star Wars Han Solo, a story about a Han Solo. And man, this fucking piece of shit is such a vacuous, vapid, studio-created toy line assembly of all the bits of nostalgia of the last 40, 50 years of Star Wars mythology without any reason for its existence whatsoever that I basically fucking vomited into my fucking beer last night before I even get to this piece of shit. Han Solo's running on the streets of Corellia, and we're gonna get off here with the fucking titty dragon bitch from fucking Game of Thrones, like, whatever. And everybody talks in a fucking British accent in these fucking Star Wars movies. Like, where's the British accent come from? Like, oh, it's an O code. Like, I get if you're fucking Bela Organa or you're like from fucking like royalty, but like, why is the fucking titty dragon girl from Game of Thrones talking in a fucking British accent? Like, there's just never explanation in these Star Wars movies. And I get the mythology. I love Star Wars. I love all the things about it. I've written 2 scripts. I get like, maybe it's like how it was at Ellis Island, like the deportation shit, and like, you know, when you came to Ellis Island, like you were taking your real name was taken from you and you had a new name and your real name was Laka Blaka Ding Dong Booby and it became just like Bada Boombi. So I get like maybe Han Solo didn't know his name and the fucking, you know, Royal Imperial like gate doctor guy says like, oh, we'll give you the name of Solo. Maybe, but it sounds fucking just like a fucking piece of shit screenwriter fucking thing that fucking Kathleen Kennedy once again whipped out of her fucking vagina with no fucking respect for the canon or mythology, like everything else she's fucking destroyed in the Star Wars mythology. Like that's all it is to talk to a Wookiee that's about to kill you is like, I know a little Kashyyyk. Like, all right, I get it. They get out there and then that's the only good part of only good piece of the whole fucking movie is the fucking initial Crixamium fucking heist, where like they all come flying and it's snow, it's on the train, like it's a mixture of Runaway Train meets, you know, the train robbery and the Wild Bunch from Sam Peckinpah. Like it's got some kudos to it, it's got some balls to it, it's pretty visually dazzling. And, you know, characters die. So, like, that's the only props I'll give to Solo at all, is that characters actually fucking die in this movie. Because nobody fucking died in the goddamn sequels, except for the fucking retired fucking actors that just wanted to show up for their fucking 10-minute cameo and fucking 2 days of really big rain pay. So, it's like, I'm sorry, Child Gambino is not fucking, he's not Lando. He's fucking too effeminate. Like, he's just... I mean, maybe he's, I don't know, man. I don't give a fuck. He's a great actor. Good for you. You're making more money than I am off your records and your TV shows. He's not Lando. And then it's like, but this movie just sucks fucking bantha dick, dude. This movie is a piece of shit. And the only parts of this movie that it goes for anything is when it's referencing other movies like Very Good Friends, like you've seen in other Star Wars movies, Han Solo. So like it just takes all these things that Han Solo says in every other movie for 40 years, and he says, oh, we'll just have him say it 20 years ago when he was young. He said that first when he was 18, 19. It's just like piece of fucking shit, man. So the Kessel Run that we all heard about for fucking 40 years is really like him going to this fucking CGI mess of a fucking like galactic black hole fucking intestinal like system to fight some fucking really weird fucking thing that looks like it came out of like, you know, Samurai Jack. Like, it's just such a fucking piece of shit, this movie. There's nothing to it. There's no emotion. And I like Ron Howard. He's a great guy. He's a good visionary. We get along good. But, like, you could see whatever he did for this movie did not match what was done by the original Lego story directors, the guys who did, like, Johnny John Johnston and the Johnson Rangers. Like, there's just, like, it's such boring studio crap. It's just realizing, like, the depth of imagination in filmmaking, like, occurred, like, 20 years ago. It really was that last great year was 1999. That was the last great year of fucking cinema. And everything of that last year gave us everything that we would move forward from. And it gave us the Blair Witch Project, shaky handheld fucking horror, which everybody's done now, and then we've transferred it into body cam, cop movies, but shaky handheld shit that's either done like in a guerrilla fashion or it's supposed to be real, but it's really not real. But like, how would you even do that if you really were filming yourself without a grip electric department? And then you had Fight Club, which is like one of the greatest schizoid split personality twist fucking movies ever made that you don't even see it coming. It's a fucking thing you have to watch on repeat. It's got a nasty anarchistic commentary on the decline of civilization, all of which eventually becomes real and is known. Like everything Fight Club predicted has actually come true. It's actually gotten worse than Fight Club even could have said. And then you had the Star Wars prequel, Phantom fucking Anus. And the Phantom Anus came out, and the merchandising from that, like, reinvigorated the idea that Star Wars could be a cash cow, that Lucasfilm could fucking shit out a fucking piece of shit with a lightsaber, and that everyone would buy the toys, the t-shirts, and the box office would boom. And those are the three fucking movies that changed the rest of our life in terms of films, along with American Beauty, which, again, was like the suburban midlife crisis, kind of fucking kinky, kind of naughty, fucking dysfunctional, like, suburban fairy tale gone wrong. And we've seen now a million of those things that studios aren't even making movies like American Beauty anymore. Now to see a movie like American Beauty, even done badly, you have to see something that's an independent, that if you're lucky, you see it on Netflix. But this Star Wars shit, it's like, grow the fuck up, people, man. It's like this is all we're talking about is The Mandalorian and Baby Yoda. And it's like, it's just, like, I get it, and I'm going to love it when I see season 2. But it's like, man, it's just like, now we're going to do another Star. It's like, now there's too many Star Wars movies, man. It's just like, pick some stories and characters that, like, mean something instead of, like, here's a spin-off of a character we barely even gave a fuck about. Like, it's all about the money. It's not about the creative visionary spirit of filmmaking and storytelling that Lucas did with the originals. It's just a fucking assembly line cash cow. And it's becoming like all the fucking goddamn spin-offs of Melrose Place now. It's just like, oh, we had Melrose Place, and then we had fucking, what was the other one? The fucking, Down the Hall, and, Beverly Hills 90210. Like, all these spin-offs of Beverly Hills 90210. That's what it's becoming like with Star Wars. It's like, oh, you see this guy? He was in the movie for 2 minutes. He's getting his own series. We're going to have Darth Vader come back for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series so that we can ding dong walla bing bong and have Obi-Wan and Darth Vader fight somehow, when there's no way they should ever fucking meet again. There's no fucking way, because it would make no sense in Star Wars for him to go, I've been waiting for this a long time. I felt a presence in. So none of this shit is going to make any fucking sense in the long run. And then this fucking asshole, Kathleen Kennedy, doesn't give a shit. She's no respect for the comic book writers, the fucking artists, the novelists that did so much great work of integrity and vision and pride for Star Wars. She just felt they said, fuck you, and threw it all out. And now she's even letting the Marvel Comics line fucking, like, just disintegrate and destroy all the fucking pieces that made up the original mythology. So this has been That Lousy Critic. I'm Elliot Pasatino.